excellence ɛwɔ pram enkomo pii ene koso ɛwɔ ɛhɔ na Honorable Kofi Adams sports minister wa charge GPL clubs wa charge football administrators ɛsɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo building something important said ebeya ebebua ama football yesi ebetumpon a ejebiara ebenya foundation a ebetumi ede football akọ nanim.
I respectfully challenge our club owners. Many of you invest enormous personal resources into football, and government recognizes that sacrifice. But we must ask, what exactly are we building? A team or an institution? An institution builds assets, supporters, brand equity, academies, facilities, player contracts, data, digital audience, commercial partnerships, merchandise, history, and community relationships. If the only asset we are building is the next player we intend to sell, our clubs will remain financially fragile. They will be very, very, very fragile. We need to make sure we help develop the other facets so that even if there is no player to sell, the other units will be working to generate so much for us, and we will not be fragile. I don't want us to see a fragile football in maybe 5 years, 10 years time. If we follow what it is we have identified, I believe we will get there. I believe strongly that we will.
Sir, sir, players are yebeton kwana yenibeko ho ebedu baabi ni se anya players anton ho yenya sika emfanye team no e wo se football ni de kan bia yeye na yeye ni ye no na beboa ama ye clubs no etumpo na football etumpo Honorable Kofi Adams ni nsem no owie ya no se league no de bi okase yen sell league no se de be ya nkofo ekombedo na mom yentumi sell league na bra characters no which is the players omusi akan no yen market yen sell omu eyi.
You cannot sell a league without selling its character. The characters is what helps you to sell the league. And that is why I say we must be intentional in creating those characters. Then we can sell. Then we know that if we are going to start a league, the young people will be looking for some JC. We can still create that kind of atmosphere today that a club from Ghana will go and compete. We are capable of doing it, but we need to change our ways. We need to change our ways. Otherwise, we will continue to wish. We will draw all the programs and continue to wish, but it will not appear. Magic doesn't exist in food. You have to work your way through. When we discover an exciting young player, do we build his profile, tell his story, connect him to the supporters, market his personality and increase his value, or are simply waiting for the next foreign club to make an offer? Selling players is not the problem. I'm not here saying selling a player is the at all.
Honorable Kofi Idi Adams nensem no na obewie no eno se Ghana Football Foundation no e wo se ye sign and rebuild ye hye ne foforo kra said e be ya football betumpon.
Ghana football therefore needs to rebuild its foundation through a clear pathway of participation, identification, development, progression, elite transition, and professionalism. Every stage must have standards, data, and qualified people, and of course, key amongst it, accountability. And this matters because the strength of our domestic football system will ultimately reflect in the strength of our national teams. We should celebrate every Ghanaian excelling abroad, but we must never allow foreign-based talent to become an excuse for a weak domestic ecosystem. A strong league must produce players, coaches, referees, administrators, football intelligence, commercial value, and excitement.
Honorable Kofi Adams nensemo adi tuja ewa Congress na se enra ena yetiebi na Kurt Edwin Simon Okreku ye GFA president na Kurt Okreku chiremwa enye league nko a meche the Ghana Premier League ena GFA no omani ewo honemom womani so ewo Division 1 league no papa a ose omo ye committed esombema Division 1 league no a grow now competitive at the Ghana Premier League.
The Football Association remains deeply committed to the growth and development of our Division 1 league. In line with this commitment, we will continue means is that the FA paid in total 3,747,407 Ghana cedis in respect to referee fees on behalf of our 48 clubs. The FA paid on behalf of the clubs 867,744 Ghana cedis in respect to match commissioners' fees in the Division 1 League alone. Again, venue media officers, the FA paid a total of 900,000 Ghana cedis to venue media officers for and on behalf of Division 1 clubs. We also paid a total of 5,077,000 Ghana cedis in respect of the 30 pairs of boots to each of the 48 Division 1 clubs that competed in our league. What is exciting is that this year, if you win the Division 1 league, you will take home 200,000 Ghana cedis in prize money. In the just ended season, the winner will take home 70,000. The winner will take home 200,000 Ghana cedis per zone.
Kurt Edwin Simon Okreku on the Division 1 league. Owie na ose illegal betting. Say yede matches ye kotwa bet na fix no. Was say obiabua na etumi eko editi asade no.
War against illegal betting. The global surge in sports betting has unfortunately exposed our game to the threat of match manipulation and illegal syndicates. And indeed, Ghana is not immune. However, the GFA has taken a bold step. For the upton time, no betting company has been licensed by the FA to place odds on domestic games. And currently, we are working with all our security agencies to ensure that we weed these cankers from domestic football. Mandatory pre- and post-match press conferences will continue to be enforced across the Ghana Premier League, the Division 1 League, and the Women's Premier League.
Kurt Okreku enso enkomo enono na eno Prosper Nateogum former coach Kumasi Asante Korokoye say one on the handle under 17 Black Starlets team no edi Emma Ghana will say one of the dadene pa and he said Ghana ebenya competent coaches omo ya de no man shasi or grassroots level said ebeya say yebo game na unhu semrante bobo abe say we the coach be ensa eda team ne so.
As far as the youth system is concerned, I think we need more competent, quality, qualified coaches at the grassroots, those who have seen it. Unfortunately, we don't have them there. Those who are at the grassroots are those who have passion for the game, and some of them even have no license. Some of them are former players who are using their experience to coach, and I don't think it's the best for our football. If you go to elsewhere in Europe and America, those who are very experienced are the very people who coach. You go on YouTube and what have you. Look at the coaches who are there. Old coaches, very experienced. Look at their track record. But then it's the other way around here. So I think we need to make sure that we strengthen our grassroots coaching development program where these former players and individuals who have passion to coach are empowered in terms of the content and the methodology to be able to coach these younger ones to transition or graduate through the process gradually to the top.
Prosper Nateogum eso ediano no na se onu so ni minister adwen papa e wo se yetumi brande teams ni ye na ye quality players so obi sorry se okọ akohebo obeka so player wenti and ameko akohebo no.
Like the minister post, can somebody just get up on a typical mad day and say that I'm going to pay to go and watch? Who is he or she going to watch? That is and it's $1 million question that we all have to answer, especially somebody like me who is a coach. We need to up our competencies to be able to make sure that individuals, especially from the grassroots, are identified and nurtured gradually through the transitional process to hit the stardom, which is the Black Stars, to make sure that we have a solid Black Stars. If you look at the hitherto Black Stars that we had, I will always talk about the 2010 Black Stars squad, from the goalkeeper to those on the bench. You could clearly see that this is a team that have gone through the transitional process to get to the top.
Eno Prosper Ogum enso nkoma odi ene anopai ayetibi emamo na Accra to focus na mira nyame ya domo ene na Accra City Invitational Tournament ehase na 9 am anopai a Vision FC any Port City na Airborne and Sacra na 3 p.m. Accra to folk any Swejo All Blacks enso abo games no ekoso Pobiman Sports Complex ɛna games imienu ɛbɛtɔ dwa ɛnɛ ɛno so nsɛm no ɛba na ɔmo kyɛm yɛ 10 cities ɛna Hearts ɛgye gate but a crowds of folk ɛsɛ mfa nto dwa ɛsɛ before sɛ ne games no bɛba so kra no wɔn ɛyɛ unveiling of their new players nti ɛnɛ woyɛ kyitani na akɔ Pobiman wobɛhu sɛ Hearts unveil wɔn new players bi te sɛ Abdulaziz Mustafa Yakubu Alex Bonso Manuel Oseja Roxin Cheme Caleb Cranton and a Frimpong Joe Wemum any players Heart of Folk ebe unveiling to him fly and so and 7 new players and then Heart of Folk ebe unveiling Pobiman Sports Complex and the actual supporters and no eso yam koma a free or by demamo to my DNS so what call Sante Kotoka woman so the atuja Esenche new player bia womo Asante Kotoko womo asino eya dia womo ebe unveiling sa players ni nyina e dia choma chita for womo aye director of football ni unveiling wo ye adwuma head coach aba unveiling wono so ye adwuma enti hwe be free na eko china eko piemu joada eko no eya dia Kumasi Asante Kotoko ebe ya unveiling of new players and so ese nyame ya domu akwasiada and a transfer window no and so eko na wiye na before say ebe ko na wiye kra no eya dia players are clubs yi wo matoto nyina no ye betete ho e de acho na ya hwese clubs no enso ebetumi unveiling some players no ye de and so enkomo no agiama ewo dwumadie ni so na anopay akwasiadu CEO Ede Emma Bibiani Gold Stars na ose Kwame Poku omo linking to Gold Stars enokre omo pe no na nkrofo so wanyina o ma ehwe ose emre bi omo kofa Abednego tete sa na nkrofo kan ya oba ya no bebo goals eji go king ema e ka so onko dentist onko dwitwe ne se akwa ni bufu yi akwase adu se Kwame Poku ba said the Abednego tete be no obetimi ayebisa aboa amomo agi league.
We did our research and we realized that in our second season, we saw some positives around Abednego Tete, in whom at that time it was written of Mahikim, and with his major, with the young talent we had, he was able to amass about 17 goals to become the goal king. Exactly what we are planning to see from Kwame Poku. So in case we get him, we just need to put him outfield and get him the boss in the box. He'll give goals. That's our plan.
Eno akwasiedu oye CEO Dima Bibiani Gold Stars ni nsemu a wori atudwa eno no nyame ya domu a ochina ena nsanche cup eno so ehase ewo Samurai Boy League Champions Midiama ene ena omodi omani chem ewo boy na omakobo nsanche cup no ebi me the fixtures no eba but before say eba no mami break him out SM Summertex officially Woma announcement Mishak Ajete Soa midfielder no a hot cake na chese clubs e dinner chino Heart of Folk Ramu Kotoko Krete so mu din komo kakra ewo ho player no akopiem ewo Summertex akobo ede amomo 4-year deal ena Mishak Ajete Soa wasign Ediama FC Summertex enra neon feeling no eno so akoso ewo Summertex Wamo a social media page. Ya de won sem no e de ma o china nsanche cup esasie na first game e no 1 p.m. e wiamom 1 p.m. and a first game ubaso e Ghana Stars any Midiama ebebo and Sana e we are 3 p.m. Summertex any Etoile Finlanti a free Burkina Faso and sobo kwesiada Etoile Finlanti ni Ghana bebo Summertex any Midiama and so ebebo and Sana final round of games and we Jordan and ebeba so e won century cup no mo Midiama bebo Etoile Finlanti na Summertex abo Ghana Football Club a group phase tournament and omobo wa obe topic group no waje in Century Cup 2026 edition no at the SC 19 so nyame ya domo a ene na wotwe ena Democracy Cup etoja na next week erema jumadie pi ena ekoso eya dia stakeholders ebe rem e okuma sen komotwetwe pi ebe koso e dia fa democracy cup no ɛho na mmom hyɛne nso ɛsɛ yɛ asante kɔtɔkɔ ɛne Accra to folk wɔn ɛna ɛbɔ ɛwɔ afi democracy cup no ɛwɔ Baba Yara Sports Stadium ɛyɛ ɛnɛ na wɔtwe 28th of August 2026 na game no ɛbɛtɔ dwa 4 p.m. Enumere ɛna ɛba so gate fees no as communicated earlier. Popular stand 30 cedis, center line 50 cedis, and a VIP no 100 Ghana cedis. Ɛno sika ubetia na wakɔhwɛ Kotoko any house ɛwɔ Baba Yara Sports Stadium next week Friday Democracy Cup ni mu a ɛno so ɛho nsɛm ɛnɛ anɔpɛ ɛno no nsɛm no pi ɛwɔ ha yɛde si na OBS atoa so with Nana Yaw Mensa Joel yɛbɛsɛ hyia 9:30 ɛwɔ Today Sports so nkɔmmɔ pi